much. And I'm here to say hi to the honorable members of the simulation of the European Parliament, the ministers of the Council, and of course to the staff. I'm speaking with a bit of emotions because 12 years ago I was sitting where you are sitting in another simulation. I was 17 years old, and that was my first simulation of an international organization. That was the UN, but at that time, if there was something like that, I would have joined also this kind of simulation. And all the simulations that we are doing as students, as young individuals, are very important because we can become aware of the importance of the international relations and international organization to foster peace and development. You know that there are episodes in your life, maybe when you're at school, maybe when you meet someone in your life that really change your life and change your life path in the future. And this was what happened to me. I was doing a simulation, and at that time I realized that I wanted to do something for sustain international organizations and international institutions. So at that time I decided that I wanted to pursue a public policy career. This is what I actually did in my life. So that was a real key day in my life, and maybe it's going to be something similar also for you today or in the next days. And that's the reason why I served as deputy mayor in the city of Genoa from 2017 to 2018. I was elected and I served as deputy mayor for youth policies, culture policies, international relations, and marketing. And that was a very big experience that made me understand what public policies is also, not as only an international level, but also at a town level. And at the time I was doing the simulation, then I realized I wanted to do public policy, I wanted to study international relations, I wanted to try to make an impact on people. Because this is what organizations do. You make an impact on people, you take decisions that may have an impact on thousands or hundreds, on millions of people. And when you're doing a simulation, you're actually putting yourself in the mind and in the heart of individuals that have dedicated all their lives to do so. And why this is so important for you that you're sitting here? Because when you are doing public policy, in a way, you're really trying to change the world, even with some steps. With one decision, one regulation, one directive, you're trying to make things getting better in lives of people. So this is why your work here is so important, and I'm really happy to see so many young individuals that are willing to spend their time, their energy, and their interest in developing missions for other individuals. And we have to remember one thing that is quite important, and sometimes it looks like we are forgetting it. As Europeans, we have been living in a phase of peace and development for the last 70 years, which is quite a long time. And actually, this has never happened before. I mean, it happened, but short time period where we were living peace. Now, this is one of the longest periods where we are experiencing peace in Europe. And we have to thank the European Union and the international organization, international institutions that have made this peace become possible. And the European Union has helped us to develop very efficient economic processes, free market, trade processes, and absolutely peace and democracy. We wouldn't have free market if there wasn't for European Union. We wouldn't have democracy in some countries of the European Union if it wasn't for the European Union. We wouldn't have prosperity and peace in many of our close friends countries in Europe. So what we have to do, in my opinion, is to protect the European Union, to foster its mission, and we need to bring awareness to people who might not know what the European Union has done for them, because not everybody has an interest in politics, in public policy, in international relations, but I think that we have a responsibility to share to people from all over Europe. We have to make sure that they know how important it is to protect the European Union and the international organization, trade, market, and so on. And you are part of this process. When you decided to join the simulation, you decided to have a role in international organization. organizations in a way. And so this is why it's important that you keep going in doing this, even in the future, in the future years. And I really wish you a bright future, and I really do hope that some of you, maybe all of you one day will join politics, public policy, international organization, an international career, and I'm sure that you will be able to really make a difference, even one step at a time, with your heart and with your capacity and with everything that you have in mind, your ideas, your mission, the mission that you have in your soul and in your heart. We can change our towns, we can change our countries, we can change our big European institutions if we put efforts on that. So this will be an exercise, but it's something that really can change your life in a way, because you might realize that you really like doing that you see yourself in the future doing that, and I think that if we had more people, more young people joining public policy process and joining politics, it would be really amazing for us. And a last word, my job now is president of Forum Economia e Innovazione. You can find the website. And we help mayors and deputy mayors, members of the councils of all Italy to foster innovation-driven policies. So we make sure that some people like you that maybe got elected in a small town or even big town have some policies that they can count on to foster their mission. So we try to help them. We built an incubator. So as the startups do in the startup world, we built an incubator to help the policymakers to fulfill their mission and their career also in a way. And I really wish that you could take a look on the website and maybe join us as a volunteer or as an ambassador of our mission. And thank you so much for the opportunity, and I really wish you a good work in this day. Thank you so much.